happening, everybody? Welcome to Miguel's Garage. This is a video that I've owed you guys for a long time. It's an update on the red Supra that I have here. It's been a while. I know that a lot of you guys have been asking about an update for this car, and unfortunately I've had some personal issues that I've been dealing with, COVID and everything else, and work, and it is what it is. But we're here now, and I'm gonna show you what I've done so far in this car. And while we're here, I'm in the garage. Why don't I just quickly give you a quick update on what I'm doing here. So the garage, I'm gonna be painting the whole thing, right? I'm gonna be changing the colors, doing some things, just making it more comfortable. And oh, here we have the black Supra over here that I'm very slowly working on. It's gonna be a while. This is a long-term project, so this is gonna take a while to get it done. Here we can see the engine that came out of the Incredible Hulk, if you remember that. The chassis is gone, but I kept the drivetrain. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna refresh this drivetrain, and I'm gonna put it in this car. And yes, this is a 7M GTE. Now a lot of people complain about these engines and the reliability and whatnot. And literally these engines, for how old the technology is they're great. The main thing with these engines is you want to take care of the head gasket if you're going to be pushing a lot of boost. And then obviously the oiling system needs some upgrading, mainly because the drains out of the top from the head back into the sump pump, it's not very efficient. So what happens is you get a lot of oil bubbling up and accumulating up here, and then not a lot returns down. And then the oil pans, this is from a Cressida, so the sump is actually on the front, and the Supra will be in the middle. So what happens is you have a lot of oil accumulates up here, doesn't really make it all the way down here, and then the sump is actually in the middle. So what happens is a lot of times people don't monitor their oil. Besides, the capacity here is very small, so the oil accumulates up here, and you end up starving your pump, because what happens is when you downshift, your RPMs go up, the G-forces force the oil to go front, and what ends up happening is you starve the pump. So one of the things that we've done here, and this was done by Wes at used to be Beach Performance, now Punch Out Performance. We've added a drain back here in the back of the head, which drains all the way down here to the actual oil pan. Now what this is gonna do is drain a lot of that oil right into the oil pan. Now another thing, and this is the first time that I'm actually making this public, but one thing that I'm doing for this motor is we're designing a dry sump system, and we're gonna have a billet oil pan that's gonna go down here. So that's more to come on that. There's a lot of work to be done here, but that's gonna go in this car. And out here we have the Infiniti JX35 that I showed you guys not too long ago. As you know, I bought that car because a friend of mine told me the owner broke the transmission, and it was a good flip opportunity. Now it turned out to be great that I got this car, because my mom just crashed. She got into a minor accident with her Lexus RX 300 Coach Edition, and she drove that thing for years and years and years, and is still driving, is running and all that, but it was time to upgrade, so she's gonna be driving that now. And then my 3 Series BMW over there, I'm gonna be selling that soon as well. The Range Rover is not here. The wife is out with the kids, and then the van, the Odyssey, the infamous Odyssey, it's not here as well. My mom is using that because she crashed her RX. So until I get this car fully ready to go, she'll be driving the van. So that's pretty much it. That's the garage update. Why don't we take this out, and I'll give you an update on what I've done to this so far and what I'm planning to do. Let's do that. Going in. Let's get started. As you guys know, I wanted this car to be a daily driver. I wanted it to be very easy to drive, and so I've tuned this vehicle in a way that I keep all the creature comforts. I can come in here and start it right away, and it runs every single time. And you can see that here right now. Let's get it started. Gotta love that. Gotta love it. The engine a lot better. The one thing I don't like about the Targa top is how laborious it is. You know, as I get older, I want more comfort. I want things done for me. I don't want to be doing things. And that, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to have to take those 4 bolts out and put that thing in the back. You know, obviously now with how technology has advanced in chassis development and all that, rigidity is not really a problem. So, you know, when you take a convertible down, it's better than having Targa tops, right? This car is exactly what I wanted it to be. It's a nice, comfortable cruiser. I can drive it pretty much every day if I wanted to, and still have, you know, that Supra experience. I didn't want to go overboard and start changing, you know, the ECU and tuning the crap out of it, have a difficult clutch or anything like that. And so far that's what it's been. You know, it drives well. I do have to make a couple of changes. I do have a little bit of play in the rear suspension. I do have to roll the fenders because I went a little bit aggressive on the offset of the wheels and all that, but you know, minor things. The AC works, the lights work. I have to replace the headlights. I'm going to go with LED headlights, just to kind of like improve visibility and, you know, for safety at nighttime, because I do drive it at nighttime every now and then. And there you have it, guys, my 1990 Toyota Supra, painted in the same original color, the Super Red, paint code 3E5. And you know, ever since the paint job, I've updated the wheels, you know, finished the carbon fiber, fake vinyl carbon fiber here on the trim molding. Not a whole lot more done to the car, and I don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot more. I want this car, like I was saying, to be a daily driver capable car, be reliable. I can get in, I can start it, I can drive it around, no issues. And when you start tuning a vehicle and modifying a lot of parts, that's what you get issues, you get trouble. I want to be able to drive this car to California if I wanted to, because you know, the other cars that I have are tuner cars. Well, I don't have the Cressida anymore, but that car was very problematic because of how advanced, you know, the tuning stages were, and that just complicates things. So I want to keep it fairly light and simple for this car. The AC works, everything works. Now what I'm thinking about doing to this car is upgrading or refreshing the engine, because right now the engine is forged on this car, but I'm not sure if I want to go with cast pistons rather than forged billet, you know, pistons, because I want it to sound like a nice, smooth running original car. I'm thinking about maybe upgrading the front lip to something a little bit more aggressive, but I do like that original look, and you know, it's very hard to find these lips anymore. I do have a couple of these that I've been stashing away for many years, but you know, these are very hard to find anymore. That's it, guys. I think I covered it all. If you have any questions, let me know. What I don't know is what I want to do with this car eventually. I know for now I want to keep it, but I do want to get something else. And in the meantime, until I build up my garage or build a bigger garage, something's got to go. So I got to clean the inventory, start merging cars. And you know, right now I'm really liking the LC500. I'm really liking the new Corvette. I'm not really sure what I want to do, what I'm going to replace this car with. And then, you know, certainly if you're not familiar with the history of the car, you know, go check out my other video where I say that I just bought this car and I explain, you know, the background of it. But certainly let me know what you think I should do with this car. You know, maybe sell it to, you know, a subscriber, maybe do a 100,000 subscriber giveaway, something like that. I'm not sure, but I would like it to go to somebody who's gonna appreciate the car and take good care of it. So see you next time.